Hi everyone, welcome back. We're about to head into episode 11. We had most of the gang at a kind of few day long, maybe 2 days long, 1 day long college introduction to what will be their future, possibly. Pacey wasn't there. Makes sense. But I also think it gave us nice little moments. Jack might be getting to know someone. Same for Dawson. Joey got to know someone, but now we're heading back to Capeside. And let's see how everyone is facing in this next episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And of course, if you want full reactions to Dawson's Creek, and I think at this point we are heading into episode 4 of this season on Patreon. So I'm watching all of these up to 14 in a weekend before the holidays. But yeah, if you want that, then head on over to my Patreon.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Dawson, but don't you already own a camera?
Video camera, yeah.
Yeah, he has many cameras, right?
The Aeroflex, which it has one and only 16mm camera.
She is a beauty, Dawson.
Vicky. Very earnest of you.
Right. Hey, I've heard wonderful things about your film. Really? From who?
I like Nikki.
How long has it been checked out for?
About 7 days.
7 days?
Okay, well then when can I have the camera back exactly?
When I'm done.
When will that be?
Filmmaking's not fast food, Dawson. You can't rush it.
Damn, Dawson. She was ahead of you every step of the way.
First, we have our grape nuts. Combination
Yeah.
of taste and sufficient nutrients to make it the perfect day starter. From there, we move on to the premier afternoon snack, the underrated but ever-tasty Cocoa Pebbles.
Hey, Jack.
What's up?
From the train, Ethan.
I prefer just plain Ethan.
He's so nervous around him.
I came back for Capefest.
Oh.
Did
What-
you?
What is that? I mean, is it like a feed the poor type of thing?
Which one of us lives here year-round?
Yeah, but he doesn't get out much.
Washing, stage diving, overpriced bottled water. Anyway, if you're a fan, you should come.
No, Jack, careful
Total
here.
fan. Telltale fan quiz. Who's your favorite Foo Fighter?
Courtney Love.
I mean, no.
I want to be assistant director. I'm smart, bossy, and super efficient. And the truth is,
Yes, she is. And she can get a job done.
She's entitled to the equipment, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the family room and the guest room. It's part of the settlement.
Oh.
I am to please.
Look at Joey in the background. She's not comfortable.
Understanding.
Wow, it looks empty.
Thought I'd go to extreme measures to get in some guy's pants.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm not trying to get in his pants.
Yeah, you are.
Jack, I know. Just be aware that you're venturing into new territory here. Brush it off as simply wanting to get to know somebody.
I'm telling you, it's all it is.
No, it's not Jack, because you wouldn't get so nervous around him otherwise.
Understanding.
Maybe there should be check for common sense, understanding, and emotional maturity.
Okay! He's intense, but still the best one so far.
Maybe you're right. Maybe love isn't enough. Maybe two people should have to take more than a blood test.
Oh, okay. He wasn't that bad.
Have no fear, Miss McPhee. I cut a deal with one of my students. The kid is a natural with comedy.
Pacey?
from my limited perspective, I see but two kinds of actors. Those with talent, and those with the ability to expand on that talent. It requires a sense of responsibility, which requires the ability to come both prepared and on time.
Hey,
Yeah.
guys, I'm sorry I'm late.
It is Pacey. It is Pacey.
That's him. That's our Paul.
I mean, Pacey is funny.
Tell me this isn't an attempt to repossess the camera.
I just want to reiterate something.
Yeah, he didn't say no. He just won't let it drop.
I get this little ego trip. All right, I know you're the principal's daughter, but that does not give you the right to be selfish or rude.
Dawson, I didn't know you wanted to use the camera.
Exactly.
You're just gonna have to get used to it.
I thought I heard a familiar sounding voice.
She's right. She's not actively searching to find out when he wanted to use it.
And I promise not to talk too much about my lovely little daughter.
That's a lie. You're very proud of her.
You want to go grab a bite to eat, take a walk? What?
Yeah, to both.
Oh, Jack. I don't like secondhand embarrassment. Moments like this make me really uncomfortable.
Yeah, movie. Barely out gay kid soon to have his heart broken, right?
Good recall.
Well, there's not much I'm gonna forget about that conversation. That was a first for me.
This your first time talking to another gay kid?
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless you count the internet.
I don't.
You're in Capeside. Where did you think he was going to find many gay men?
So you never told me that you were a vegetarian?
Never asked.
You never asked.
Do I detect a note of ambivalence in seeing me?
Yeah. You broke his heart.
What are you talking about?
Don't tell me that you're not taking some small satisfaction in it.
In what?
Being on the requited side of unrequited love.
Oh.
What? No,
That we haven't spoken in over a month.
Wow, a month.
America who wanted a Super 8 camera for her 10th birthday.
Nice. She is just the female version of Dawson.
So in order to bask in the glory of this mind-bending idea of yours, I have to offer my services?
Yeah, of course you do.
Everyone always wants to define gay and straight by who you sleep with. It's not about that.
But you're forgetting it's his first time really doing this.
Listen, Mr. Broderick may be a lousy English teacher, but as a theater director, he is probing new lows, Pacey.
Damn, Andy, that's...
Past student theater geeks have managed to sandbag his bi-hourly nervous breakdowns.
You are becoming quite a vicious person.
I got into this to get over you, okay? To give myself a new focus. And instead, your presence is giving me perpetual myopia.
I'm not gonna quit. Winners aren't quitters.
Oh, that's really cute. You know what? Fine, just don't.
Fine, I won't.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to get over it, Andy.
Ever since the divorce, he does this really aggressive thing when it comes to me making friends. It's so weird. But, you know, I try to cut him some slack.
I like these two talking.
Continually veiled in not so veiled comments my parents make about each other.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Well, Capeside should provide you with a healthy supply of material there.
What about you?
Yeah, right, how do you feel? Well...
Truth is, most of the time, I'm fine with their not being together. You know,
But...
I mean, maybe I'm just self-obsessed, but I don't think about it that much, you know?
Yeah. She still hasn't set it up.
Oh, Jack.
He left her all day.
Listen,
Is he gonna tell her to go?
walk for a couple of hours, come back around, say, midnight.
You're kidding.
Go home, Jan. I would... No, Jack, you're taking the piss.
You know what? I got a better idea. How about me in the car, we go back to Grams' house and we pick you up in the morning? Besides, Jack, I thought that you two were just getting to know each other.
I do think what he did there was a bit sucky. He just left her all day. I don't know if he's singing this or someone else is singing this, but it's nice.
And angrier.
Louder and angrier.
Yes, let's do it again right now.
You know he's mocking you, teacher man?
It's not that kind of club. It's a handball court with a locker room, and to stay there, I'd have to keep on winning my serve.
He didn't say that angry and that loud.
You like that?
Well, except for the hand stuff. You were gesticulating.
Oh, hey, gesticulating me? Never.
See, when he acts like that is where, yeah, that's the character.
What just now?
The joke, the dry, smug delivery, that's the character.
Miss McPhee, am I or am I not the director here?
But she's right.
It was really beautiful. I mean, it was more than beautiful. It was awesome.
Okay.
Doing what?
Trying to be my friend and then pushing me away when my feelings scare you.
Wow, he called her out.
I used to spend every day thinking about you.
Every day.
And every time you walked by, I lost myself. Do you know what that feels like? Do you?
In a different way she does? Not in the way he means? Oh, it's Joey. Nikki really got to him.
Truth be told, I don't know what it's about. All I know is I was at Nikki's house today and we were talking and it hit me.
Go on.
The kid who hung these posters up, I'm not him anymore.
Actually, keep yours up.
And now I don't know what I see, but I don't see this.
Existential crisis.
I talked to Nikki. She helped me sort through all this weirdness with my parents.
Uh-oh.
I wanted to talk to you about that, and you didn't want to talk.
No, I didn't. How did this become all about you?
Because you ran to her.
I did not. You want to cite things for our friendship? Try this on for size, Joey. Every time I express one iota of interest or even mere respect for anyone of the opposite sex, you attack me like I'm some sort of criminal.
Oh.
She really does.
His name's AJ, okay? And maybe you're not asking me about him is worse than my attacking you, okay?
No, it's not. My choice.
Ah!
Out with the old, in with the new, huh? Have fun.
Ooh. Well, that was an intense scene. Like, she was barely there for like, what, 3 minutes?
Friends.
Yeah, he wanted more, Ethan. Should have made it more clear.
Even if I was, I would never go there with you. You're so not ready. It doesn't mean that I'm not interested in you, Jack. It just
Then
means
what?
that if I'm gonna stay in your life, and I want to, that I'm a lot more likely to stick around this way.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
You are interested? No comment.
He already said he was interested. He literally did, but he wants to be your friend as well.
Oh, Joey, then we can do more.
Oh! Lee Norris?
Why not just start without the grand poobah?
Right?
Besides, was it not you who said that this is actually your after-school activity?
Right?
Yeah, almost 2 whole weeks.
Better than finding out in 2 years.
And
all those exercises I've been throwing out
He
at
doesn't
you to stretch
listen.
your range.
This teacher doesn't listen.
We ran through
I
it
like the
with him.
pacing. I like the funny. I like the energy. Andy, get the set designs, would you please?
I'm telling you, all those things were Andy's idea.
No, sir. I mean, I was beginning to doubt myself.
Oh, wow. You didn't do anything. Andy did it.
If it's hard, I'll quit.
You can't do that. I mean, you're actually good.
Because he's let loose.
Was he gonna stay out of my way?
Oh, yeah, he's barely there.
So, would that mean that the part where you were rude and insensitive and sent me off into the cold, dark night unescorted, that was all for nothing?
Yeah, really was.
Remember when you sent me into the night and told me to make new friends?
Yes.
She did. She made new friends.
Well, let's just say that while I was wandering around, I may have inadvertently stumbled upon somebody.
A, friend?
Yeah. Oh.
You remember? Remember that summer we came across a pile of Mitch and Gail's old Beatles albums? You weren't just about Spielberg. You weren't limited. You were about so many things.
That's the thing. It's okay to love Spielberg, but expand your horizon.
Just promise me you'll keep trying to share it with someone.
I mean, technically he did this episode. Well, how does it feel, Dawson?
So what do you think? You think John Hurd inspired me to walk my own path?
But that was bound to happen eventually for him. okay, I was right about Henry coming back into the picture. Once the whole Pacey and Jen thing had been finished, Henry was bound to come back, and he did. We got to see Ethan again, and Jack. Obviously, Ethan did this annoying thing, which was he made it seem like he's way more experienced when he's probably only been out a little bit longer than Jack, and maybe had a few boyfriends. But it's bound to happen, because obviously Jack's so new at this that he's going to meet someone who, especially because they're young, will do the whole, I know a little bit more than you, and I can see it in you, and I understand this. It's like blah, 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 blah. But at least Jack now knows what to kind of do if he's interested, and they, he has Ethan's number. Ethan is interested. It's just Jack needs to maybe understand and find himself a little bit more. And also, he wants to be his friend, and it can be hard going across that boundary of being friends to something more, because you want to make sure that if it doesn't work out, you don't tarnish what you had. And that is a hard thing about friendships, is when you take that step, that it changes forever. Andy was quite frustrated at first, and very me towards Pacey. But then when you saw her as an assistant director, she was the one who understood it. She got it. She was able to communicate with Pacey and make him understand. It was frustrating that she wasn't being allowed to have an opinion or speak when everything she did was better than what the teacher was doing. He's an absolutely abysmal director, because he's late, he doesn't care, he is really rude. And he's like, okay, well, Andy's doing a better job. And everyone knows that. Everyone there is telling you she's better than you, which you shouldn't be hearing if you were doing your job. And also, it would be good if he just took some of her ideas and meshed them together, but he seems to take all the credit. And I don't know why, because you're not doing anything right. Jen and Henry, those moments were good. I think Henry calling her out was like, ooh. But she needed to hear that. She's become very jaded since everything that's happened to her. She needs to let loose a little bit, and I think now that will happen. And Henry was also, pouty, but still mature in other elements. But it seems as if it's working for them, and we got to know a little bit more about Henry. And then Gail, with everything gone, and Dawson not going to Joey but talking to Nikki, someone that he respects, because I think where she is in her life is where he's heading towards. So she knows about the divorce of her parents a little bit more than him, and her feelings she's able to express more. Her filmmaking, she has a more clear, definitive idea of what to do. But at the same time, there are always going to be flaws in what she wants. But I do think it's a good thing that Dawson loves Spielberg, and that should be who he loves. But broaden your horizons, look at new art forms, look at new ideas. And I think the last 2 episodes have been that for Dawson. Things are changing for him, and he doesn't know what to do. But he's starting to realize that though things are changing, you can still love what you do. Just broaden your horizon, expand it a little bit. And I think Nikki brings that out in him. So I like what's going on between them there. But it was hard watching the Joey and Dawson argument, because they really the lack of just being there in season 3 for each other is so noticeable. I didn't realize it was going to be this bad. That argument happened so quickly, and they were throwing jabs at each other, and then obviously they made up in the end, which was really nice. I can see Pacey and Andy really getting along during the rehearsal of the play, to where Andy's starting to feel stuff for Pacey. But then we have the whole Joey and Pacey being brought up, and then Dawson and Joey, and then Dawson and Nikki, and all of that. That you can sense the complications building, but I will say it's fun to watch, and I wasn't as embarrassed by the secondhand embarrassment that I thought I was going to feel with Jack and Ethan. I thought it was going to be worse. I thought Jack was going to go in for a kiss and Ethan was going to turn his head away. But in fact, it just was kind of minute. And it's definitely a setup episode. It's definitely setting things up. Thank you for watching.